when you caught that football late, I don't think that 100 tacklers could have got you on the ground there. I mean, just kind of take me through the emotion of that moment. I know you wanted the football, you expected the football. What was it like to finish one out like that?
You know, starting off in the first half, you know, I'll say I wasn't having, you know, playing to my ability. You know, I had a lot going on. And, you know, I bounced back and Coach Levy put us in the situation. You know, he believed in me to go out there and make the play. So, you know, we worked on that all weekend. You know, we ran it. The rest is history.
Jacob. Blake gets banged up and he has to miss a couple of drives. Kind of, what was it like seeing him come back out there and lead y'all to a win?
Oh yeah, we know what Blake was capable of. You know, he as well put us in the perfect position. You know, he threw me a great ball there at the end, and you know, I knew he was gonna, you know, put us in the position to win, and that's what he did.
Carl, you just take me through the emotions of, you know, you get in the end zone and essentially, I mean, the game wasn't over, but it essentially kind of was. But what was your emotion when you scored that touchdown?
Back to what I was saying earlier, you know, there in the first half, I wasn't playing very well. So, you know, just having the second half that I did, you know, helped me go out there and, you know, just, you know, snap back to reality and show what I'm actually able to do.
Steve?
What was that stretch like when Kamaria was in the huddle? What were those conversations like on the sidelines and then on the field when he was barking the cadence?
So, really, when we found out he was going in, when Blake wasn't, you know, he was in the 10 or whatever, we found out he was going in. You know, we just told him just stay the course. You know, just do what you do. You know, he's a very talented kid. You know, he's going to be great here in the future. And you know, when he got his shot today, you know, he went out there and gave us energy as well.
Anything else for Ann?
Kind of following up on that too, you know, you didn't have a lot of production as a receiver before you got here. Now, you know, people know your name, you're on all these charts now. What has this experience so far been like for you?
It's a blessing, you know. I came here because of Levy, you know, he put me in the position for this. You know, I committed to him a very long time ago, and, you know, we've been talking about times like this. You know, it's just a blessing to be able here and go out and do what I was promised and, you know, what we both said we was going to do together.